Angie Ellington, and welcome to Southern Sass Chats. My guest today is Carolina Campos. She's an actress, a dancer, and she's here to talk with us about all the fun things that she has going on. Welcome, Carolina.
Hi, Angie. How are you?
Good. How are you on this Friday?
Doing great. Thank you. So happy to be here talking with you.
Yes, we're so happy to have you too. And I say we because I think of not just me interviewing you, but the people who watch. So we're collectively a we.
Thank you. Well, I'm happy to be chatting with you finally.
Yes, me too. So you live in Winnipeg in Manitoba, Canada,
Yes,
and you are originally from Costa Rica.
I am.
Um, I can imagine that it's two very different worlds growing up in Costa Rica and now
Yeah.
living in the cold in Manitoba. Tell us a little bit about growing up in Costa Rica and what it's been like for you moving to Canada.
Well, as you can imagine, the biggest difference is weather, right? Weather here is very extreme in the winter. And the first time I experienced that, actually, the first time I saw it snow was here. So that was very magical. Temperature was decent, but I didn't know how cold it could get. I didn't know how it felt. When I started to feel the cold, I started wondering how people manage that because this is very extreme and it's there's not an amount of clothes that can keep you warm, but people get used to it. I have gotten used to it. I don't spend winter here. I go back to Costa Rica every winter and I will do it as long as I can. The only winter I spent here was in 2020 because I couldn't, there were no flights to go back. But
Yeah.
that winter was very mild and it was very short. So I was lucky. But it can go to minus 47 and it feels like minus 50 here with the wind chill. So it's insane. I've never seen my dog go to the bathroom so quickly. She goes in seconds. And yeah, poor thing. So Costa Rica, of course, being able to wear flip-flops all year round is wonderful. You're never really cold there. I thought I was cold there until I came here. Growing up, it was a very safe environment. I could go, but I think it was the same for other people too. Back in the days, it was a lot safer to go out as a child and play. And our parents didn't know where we were all day. We would just go and play, and when it was dark, we'll come back. We had, just all that freedom. Um, yeah, I mean, those are the main differences. I had a very happy, free childhood in Costa Rica.
And I'm going to chime in with what you just said. You grew up having a carefree childhood where you could go out and
Yeah,
come back. I think that's something that is universal for a lot of us, no matter where we grew up. If we
mhm.
grew up a little bit before some of the younger groups now in their 20s or whatever, those of us who are, a little bit older than them, we had this saying like, you go out in the morning, you don't come home until the street lights on.
Yeah,
So, now I didn't grow up in the city, so we didn't have street lights, but the saying, fits. It was
yeah,
just like a better time for us to all be able to go out and ride bicycles and explore and hang out with friends and do things. And we didn't have all of the technology. So, some
yeah,
ways that's been great, other ways it takes away from some of that joy of just going out and finding something to do as a child. And I, for one, am glad I also had that experience to
yeah,
just, go out and do my own thing. And you get creative when you are, not attached to a phone or a computer all the time.
yes, yes. My heart goes out to parents now. In a way, I mean, in a way, generations adapt to when they have incredible things that we didn't have growing up. So every generation has its blessings, right?
Yes.
But that was very special to just be able to go out the door and go and play with your friends and go as far as you could, really.
Yeah.
And for as long as there was light out or you were hungry for dinner, then you come back home.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were not worried about many things back then, and that's just not the reality anymore, which
Yeah.
is sad. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so lovely. And you know, you are a dancer and I took dance as a child for 6 years, but I was involved with ballet, tap, jazz, and toe or point, whichever you want to say.
Yeah.
Your type of dance, I don't know if you did those things as well, but you have also done a lot of like ballroom type things and salsa. Tell us how you got started as a dancer because you've been dancing since you were a child and performing internationally.
Yeah, well, I have been singing since I was a child in choirs. Dancing came after. Dance,
Okay.
Dancing came as a teenager. I actually found a job at a hotel, at a five-star hotel, uh, and I went for the audition, and somehow they selected me. I was not a dancer, although I was a cheerleader for a few years, and we did dance as cheerleaders, and we went and competed in Daytona Beach in the big competition there as the Costa Rican team, and that was a lot of fun. And of course, that was my beginning as a dancer because you do dance a lot as a cheerleader. Cheerleaders are amazing. I have a lot of respect for cheerleading. They are incredible athletes, and I know how hard it was for me to be able to qualify to go and compete in the United States with all those people. So that was my beginning as a dancer. And so I went and I auditioned for these five-star hotel. I was 19 years old and I wanted to leave and work at the beach and they selected me. So I worked for a bit at a hotel in the coast of Costa Rica. And that was a lot of fun. That was hard. That was my first exposure to actually professional dance. And it was exhausting and it was a huge lesson for me too, because dancing is no joke, right? Like professional dancing is no joke. You have to, it's very different from acting. You either do things the way they're supposed to be done or you don't. There's a technique that you have to follow. And with acting, you have a lot more freedom,
Yeah.
right? Expression. So that was my beginning. And I left dancing for a long time. Later on, I took it up again. And I contacted a wonderful dancer who became one of my closest friends now, Lucia Jimenez. And I was curious because she had a dance group in Costa Rica. She's 12 times world champion now. She's an amazing inspiration for me.
Yeah.
But back then, I barely knew her. I had met her once at an event, and then I contacted her and I asked her if she was teaching. And she actually invited me to join her dance group. It was called Divas de Lucia. And I was shocked that she was inviting me to join her group. I, to this day, don't understand because I guess it was meant to be. I was not a trained dancer, and she trusted me to join her group of girls that had been training for quite a while and competing for quite a while. So I arrived at the group and I didn't know any of the routines or the technique. Barely could do anything that they were doing, and they were as shocked as I was that I was there. I think, and we bonded. That was such an amazing experience. We traveled. We went to the World Salsa Summit. We went to Panama. I traveled to Colombia too for an event there to support Lucia. And competed with them and grew in ways that I to this day I'm so grateful. I will always be grateful for dance and for this experience with this specifically with this group with these girls. That was my beginning as a dancer, and then Lucia started an academy, and in that academy she had other disciplines of dance because you have to complement them. So that's where I took ballet. And I took ballroom and even reggaeton, whatever could like expand, we could expand with as dancers. And that was another beautiful experience too. We were getting ready to go and compete. When we went to the World Salsa Summit, we placed second. We couldn't believe it. We placed second in our category. As
Amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was such a surprise because we trained so hard, and what we really wanted to do was to do a good job, and not make a fool of ourselves. And we know how amazing dancers are that go to that event, and we just wanted to do a good job, a decent job. So we competed, and then we were picking up our stuff and leaving, and because we didn't think we passed to the finals, or the semifinals and the finals, but. And then our instructor, Lucia, our coach, she came after us, running after us, saying, "We passed. Where are you going? We passed," and we passed in second place. That was so surprising to me, and also such a joyful moment, and so nerve-wracking too, because now we had to compete again
and step it up.
Yeah, dance again, semifinals, and then we passed to the finals, and then we placed second. So after that, we trained for a whole year to go the next year and claim our first place, right? Because we were very positive. And,
yes.
and yeah, we were getting ready to go. We got our costumes and we were so pumped up, and COVID hit. And the academy just stopped existing. And I moved to Canada permanently because I was coming back and forth, mainly because of dance, because my dance life was there. And so everything changed, but it changed for a reason too, because then because of that, I decided to get into acting, because now I could actually have an opportunity to participate in productions that were a big deal, that are a big deal. And that, as you know, in Costa Rica, film, it happens, yes, but it's starting in comparison to Canada, right, to where I live. So some of the things that I have done here that I've been able to do are only a dream there. It doesn't happen.
Right.
And so acting there is very different. Yeah, we have amazing actors, theater actors and film actors, but the opportunities that I've had here are like out of this world, right? In comparison. Yeah, so it was meant to be. Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw that, you were a singer and you've been in lots of choirs and you sing soprano.
Yes. I'm a mezzo and soprano, mezzo soprano. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you ever had the opportunity to sing, dance, and act in one project yet?
Well, I recently actually performed with our flamenco group here in Winnipeg, Flamenco Street, and I decided to sing and dance, and I love the experience because it's completely different. It's a whole different animal, right? And that was very enjoyable, and I think the audience really liked it. And I need to keep doing it because I love flamenco. Flamenco is such an empowering, beautiful spiritual experience. As a flamenco dancer, I feel strong as a woman. I feel strong dancing any style, but flamenco it's being a challenge for me. It's been the biggest challenge because creating sound with your feet as you're dancing and singing, it's been so hard. I've been doing it for so many years. And I still, to this day, when I watch myself dancing, I suffer because you have to do the technique. There's a specific technique. So I suffer when I watch myself dancing, but I enjoy the process of dancing so much that I am willing to put up with having to watch it later.
I think we're all a little bit like, we're all a little self-critical, I know that I am. So yes, to someone else, it can be completely amazing, but you're pointing out all the little, idiosyncrasies and be like, oh, this is wrong, or I should have turned my foot a little more this way, or
my hands.
And no one else would ever notice any of that.
Yeah. And that's interesting because when I first watched myself acting, I was really scared that that was going to be my experience again. I was dreading watching myself. And the first time I saw myself acting, which was with my husband on a scene, in a study scene, at a study group, I approved of it. I was like, it was not the best acting in the world, of course, my first time, but I enjoyed it and I approved of it. And I was very optimistic after that experience because I'm like, I actually enjoyed watching that.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, that opened a whole new world for me. Yeah. Yeah.
What was your first experience acting in Canada? What was it, a film or a TV episode? I think it was a film, if I'm
Yeah.
thinking back.
It was a big film. It was an MGM film, Dark Harvest.
That's what I thought. I was reading your bio again today to try to remember some things.
And when the casting director called me, I was actually doing background that day. When the casting director called me and told me that I have gotten that role.
Oh, yay.
And I didn't, I had auditioned so many times I didn't even remember. She's like, yes, for Dark Harvest. I'm like, oh, great. I was so happy I got my role. I didn't care
Yeah.
what kind, like, I didn't care what studio or what kind of production. I just finally, I got, I got a speaking role, my first speaking role. So now I can join the union and all these things. Um, but she's like, yeah, it's for Dark Harvest. And I was like, yes, that's so exciting. She's like, this is for a big production. It's for, it's a big studio. But I think she didn't understand that I just didn't care what kind of
Right.
role I was. Yeah, but then later on, I, of course, Googled and searched what kind of production. The director I didn't, because she said the director was very happy with your performance. I think all those words just went flying by my head until later. Well, I did the research and realized it was actually David Slade, who I love, and the production. It was a wonderful experience, a nerve-wracking experience. Like I've never had another experience like that ever since, because I had to cry. I had to cry for this performance, like really cry.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't want me to just like get teary-eyed. No, he said I want you to cry from take one. And somehow he had all this faith in me. And I said to myself, I have to deliver because this is a great opportunity. And Angie, I cried nonstop because if I stopped, I didn't know if I was going to be able to make myself cry again. I cried nonstop for an hour and a half. Because and I kept going and I kept, but look, in the beginning, of course, I got Zen and I meditated and I listened to some songs that touched me. But some of those tears, I have to say, after a while were of gratitude because I was like, I'm really doing like I'm crying. I have pictures, I can't believe it because all my makeup was running, and he liked that, all the makeup and all the mess. I was a crying mom.
Yeah, that the nervous energy that you're feeling at that point too, just being like excited and
Oh,
nervous, and you can take all of that and feed it into the emotion to help you cry.
exactly.
I've
I was
also done acting growing up and everything, a lot of theater, and I was one of the few people that could cry on cue. And whenever we would have something like my role, I was supposed to play like a happier sister, and I ended up playing the more serious sister because she couldn't cry, and I was trying to help her, and they're like, no, you two need to switch because she's more lighthearted here. You're I was a little bit more of, I guess, the bitch. I could be the bitch. So I'm like, I'll be the bitch. That's fine.
yeah. What a
But I had to cry too
yeah.
when her character, like was coming around. So that is amazing that it's scary too. Your
Oh,
first opportunity was, okay, now you have to cry. And people forget that you
yeah.
have to shoot this scene over and over again. And
Yeah.
like you said, you're afraid if you stop, you won't be able to do it.
I know. I was like, I can't stop crying. So I kept on going, and that benefited, I think, the performance because it made it more real because it was a hard moment for my character. Um, and I just loved the experience, and I loved how happy the director was. So for me as an actor, the universe gave me such a beautiful experience because it was challenging, but it was also rewarding. It was I was able to successfully deliver, and the director was happy. He was so happy. He At the end of my performance, he came out with his arms extended and gave me a huge hug, and I sensed his happiness. I asked him, did you get all that you needed? And he said, yeah, we got everything that we needed and more. So that was
Amazing.
so nice. That was so nice because it was my first experience, and you never forget that. And
Yes.
the fact that he trusted me too, because I had no experience as an actor. I had never had any speaking roles, and he chose me. So that means a lot.
He saw something in you. There was just, it was all meant to work out that way.
Yeah,
And from there, you've gone on to do several projects.
yeah,
And a project that you worked on is right now, it's in the theaters.
yeah,
And I'm gonna get it right this time. Nobody to. It's
yes,
like the sequel.
yes,
I think I had said Normal before, but there was a movie filmed there called Normal also, I think.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I got them confused.
yes, with Paul Kirk too. So yeah.
So how was you looked like you were really excited to have worked on that project, and you were in a featured scene and around the card table. It
Yes.
just felt really fun and kind of sexy and all the things. So how was
Oh,
that project for you?
fun. Well, growing up, I grew up watching films with Sharon Stone, and I was now going to be able to be on set with her and watch her work and see how good she is of an actress and how seriously she takes her work. And she has a very powerful energy. And that was, to me, as a Costa Rican, to be able to do that means a lot because she is a world-renowned icon.
Yes.
In Costa Rica, everybody knows who Sharon Stone is, in around the world, So
Yeah.
for me to be able to be on set with her, on a scene with her, and have so much fun, it was an intense scene. And my favorite scene on the movie actually is that one. Uh, it was so unreal. It was so unreal. I enjoyed it, and I treasure that experience. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch apparently the first one and the second one. I have to watch
Yeah.
these. I'm a huge Sharon Stone fan. So yeah, I definitely have to go watch these.
Well, and I mean this time around they decided the Nobody team decided to get some female power there, and I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. So she's now a badass
Yeah.
female kicking
Yes.
ass, and I absolutely love that and it's very smart
Yes.
because it brings all the female audience that want to see a female kick ass,
That's right.
We
That's
clear,
right.
right? So that's why I said that's my favorite thing in the movie. Um, I think she did fantastic, and I was very inspired.
Have to bring that queen energy
Absolutely,
into everything. Queen energy
yeah,
only. I just played that little
50%.
song in a clip. Women, you know, we need to empower other women. We need to celebrate their accomplishments. And because, we are a force, and men that we love them, they're great, but step aside sometimes because the women are coming for those roles. And,
Yes, yeah.
we can be a Jane Bond and, get it all done too. So I love
How,
it.
how inspiring it is that she is in her 60s and she is kicking ass on a movie like that, and right, and that's
Yes.
what we need to see more. We want to see we're 50% of the population in the planet on the planet. So the fact that they brought that onto that film, because a lot of women like that type of film. I went with my sister-in-law, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. She never looked away because there are a lot of violent scenes in the movie. Um, and she just enjoyed every bit of it. So women too like to
Yeah,
watch these films, and we want to see someone that we're inspired by that is also female. So
that's right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I also like the fact that, they didn't bring any ageism into it, that they're showing, there shouldn't be a number, because I know that's been one of the things in acting is, sometimes they feel like, oh, well, once you're of a certain age, you can't do these parts. And
Yeah.
that's complete garbage, because look at some of the actresses out there right now who are in their 60s and 70s. Even, I mean, Jane Fonda, I mean,
Oh,
they're kicking butt, and so, I mean, we can do all kinds of things at any age. And I just love seeing it. I love seeing the variety of the body of work from all different types of women and men and everybody. And I love it. I love
yeah.
seeing all of it. So
You
it's
know what?
amazing.
As women, we are changing. We have the power to change that too and create productions ourselves that reflect the reality of the world, because those things we see or we have seen so far in theaters and in movies where, it's usually a way younger female with the older man, that's changing, thank goodness. That's
Yes.
just reality, it's just right. And
Yes. I completely agree. Completely agree. I've never understood why it's like, oh, well, it's okay for like the male lead to be 15 to 20 years older than the female lead. But
mhm.
then people will criticize when that age gap is
Or
reversed. And
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, what does it
yeah,
matter? They can, women can pull off, women are called cougars if
yeah,
they're the older one in the relationship. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Throw it all out of the window. Let's
yeah,
look at the performance. Let's look at life. Let's see what happens. Let everybody just do their thing. And
yeah,
I'm glad to see, like you said, more casting changes as far as it can be the age gap can be flipped around, or there doesn't even need to be an age gap. Okay, so we have a 55-year-old male actor. We no longer have to have a 30-year-old male female lead. We can have a 50-year-old female lead come, with him. So I
yeah,
like that too. That's all changing. And
yeah. It's
speaking of starting your own filmmaking, you and your husband have
yes,
a short film that you've made as well. Tell
yes.
me what that experience was like.
Oh,
What it's about.
that was my favorite film experience so far. Why? Because we are creating, right? And we created something that, in my opinion, is very good. Very good. I'm very happy. I'm so proud. Um, Derek, one morning, one morning out of the blue, he drops the script on my lap and he says, I wrote this. And it was 13 pages. I never forget how many pages. And I was like, okay. I didn't know he was writing. I started reading it and I thought to myself, this is amazing. This is amazing. He wrote the entire script and is so creative, is so dynamic, is so exciting, is so funny, which is very hard.
Yeah.
Comedy, to make people laugh, is a whole different superpower. And to tell a story that is entertaining and beautiful, dynamic from beginning to end, and funny is a superpower to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of him and so excited to know that we were going to create this. And the end result, because of the team we had, was way better than I thought it would be too. Because we created it with our friend director John Bernard, who I love. I love his positivity. I love how he just has fun on set, and his experience also was very valuable. His input changed things too for the better. Um, I just couldn't believe. I remember finishing shooting. Living with Maria is called, um, and laying. And we actually, my mother-in-law, Derek's mother, let us use her house as a location, and it's a beautiful house. It looks like a museum because all the details that she has, and it was perfect for what we wanted, which was for the scenes in black and white, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very generous of her. We were worried because, we don't want anything to be broken, but the team did such a good job and everything was put back into place perfectly and clean. And at the end of that day, I laid on the carpet on the living room and I could not believe what we had just done. That was my first film experience creating something.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm hooked. We are going to shoot another short film in a couple of weeks, actually, or yeah, actually a few days. we're gonna shoot a second one.
That's amazing. Are you guys going to submit to any of the film festivals or
Yeah,
try to get it
we
out there?
yes, we have submitted. We are semifinalists actually for the San Diego International Film Festival now.
Yay.
And September 8th, we're gonna know if we're gonna be screened or. But yeah, we're submitted for quite a few festivals. We're very proud of our work. But you know what? We did it for the fun of creating, and also to have this for us in the future to
Yes.
watch, because it's a treasure already, and for us to watch later on in life, it's gonna mean a lot. I know it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So doing it for yourself is the most important part. Um,
Yeah.
and then we need to find a way to see it. So
Of course. Send you a link actually. I wish I would have thought of it before and send it to you so that we
yes,
can talk about it during
give me
this.
the link,
Yeah.
and I will put it with our conversation, our chat
Yeah.
on YouTube on the channel, so people can go to it and watch it if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I'll not there. Not sure if before the festivals we can do that, but at some
Okay.
point, sure we will.
Okay, we'll go back and add it when we can do that.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yeah. Another reason why we decided to create our own work, it's because we want to show our talent more. We want to show what we can do, and that we are very good working together.
Yeah.
We love and enjoy working together a lot. Yeah.
Have you gotten to work? I know you two have worked on a couple of projects, but you've been in different scenes, I think is what maybe Derek said that. Have you been in a project where you've shared a scene together
Yes,
outside of this movie?
actually our first Hallmark experience was a scene together. He proposes to me.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he did tell me that because you're supposed to be the other couple. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Go ahead.
He proposes to me on Times Square. Of course, it was a green screen, but it looks like we're in Times Square, and it's actually a commercial within the movie that is being filmed, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful for us to be able to do, because it's very romantic, and it just shows what things are to come too. Because we really love Hallmark movies. We love being part of Hallmark movies. We just auditioned for one and we get excited because it's such a positive world. It's
Yes.
such a positive experience in the midst of negativity. It's just beautiful. And I enjoy watching them too.
Yeah, I do too. And I've gotten to meet you through your husband because
Yeah,
Derek, of course, was in Autumn and Apple Hill, based on my book.
yeah, yeah,
And I wish you could have been in that too and had a part. That would have been fun.
yeah, yeah. That
And
that was thing. If I'm not mistaken, who was the director of that film?
who was what? Who was
The
he?
dir the director.
Oh,
Oh,
Sean,
it was Sean
Sean
Garrity.
Garrity.
Yeah, so I worked with Sean in another Hallmark film, Hanukkah on the Rocks.
I saw that clip
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you. I was looking, I think it's on your reel or something on IMDb. I saw it somewhere this
yeah.
week when I was looking up some things. I saw your little
Oh, so much
spot.
fun, so much fun. And working with Sean is amazing. He's the most kindest of directors and fun to work with, and he loves what he does. And just yeah, I don't think I have had a bad experience on a Hallmark set.
That's
Um,
awesome to
but,
hear.
but yeah, Derek was very happy to work on Autumn at Apple Hill, and that was such a great movie too. What a fantastic cast, huh?
Yes. Oh, I wish they would give it a sequel. It was so fun. And yeah, it just really was fun. And just talking with everyone behind the scenes, I have had chats with so many of the actors involved in it. And because I was supposed to be able to go to set and just some things happened and that didn't work out.
Oh,
And I wish so badly that I had, because I would have been able to meet everybody and that would have
yeah,
been amazing. And I could have met you. Yeah, that would have just been, a lot of fun, to have spent a week in Winnipeg and, been able
yeah,
to watch some of the filming. But
yes,
at least I was getting some pictures behind the scenes. People would send, Sarah Luby was sending me a lot of stuff. And, you know, uh, Adam Herdig, and I was just talking to different people, and then Derek. And I was trying, when the movie came out, I made sure to share like little, pump up clips, I call them, of everybody, make everybody feel like they were equally important in the movie because it takes everybody to make a film. And
Yes.
so I was sharing little things about all of the actors because it was just such a special experience as
And,
well.
and congratulations, because how
Oh,
many
thank
people
you.
say that their book was turned into a movie, right? Not many people. That's a great experience for you, and I can see how excited you are about it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And so, and you guys have auditioned for some projects for this year. I know Derek is going to be in one or two
Yeah.
movies that are coming to, I think, for Great American Family.
Yeah.
Um, but you just auditioned for one for Hallmark, and I know you can't say which one or
No.
anything, but
There's a movie actually coming out on Crave today. It's called Lucky Strikes, and I have a part in it.
okay.
Uh, and I also have another one coming out. It's called The Zealot. That one is with
Zealot.
John. So yeah, um, I had a big part on that movie and that film, and I'm very excited about it.
And where's that going to air?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet, but it's coming out soon, and I'm very excited because it's a fantastic script, and to work with that actor. Oh my goodness, Jaimin Hanso from Blood Diamonds, Gladiator. I Gladiator is one of my favorite films, and I'm sure I share that with a lot of people in the world. And to be able to work with him, and he's so kind, he's so talented, such a strong actor. He can say a lot with just his eyes, you know. Oh, that was an amazing experience.
That's awesome. I hope we can
Yeah.
see it in the US.
Oh yeah, you will, because yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's an
if well, if
American
he's
film.
in it, we should be. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome. Oh,
yes.
we can't wait for that. You have a lot of things going on.
I have been very fortunate. This journey, acting journey, has been, as in everything in my life, actually, it's been very much more than I thought it would be. Like, it's been very surprising in a positive way. I've had such a blast, and I just can't believe the opportunities that I'm having here, where I am too, in Winnipeg. It's a good
Yeah.
place to, I have to
And you're
say.
performing tomorrow night?
I'm performing tomorrow. I'm dancing flamenco with our flamenco group, Flamenco Street. One of our dance teammates, he's having a party in his beautiful garden, and so we are performing for him and his friends, and I'm
Oh,
very much looking forward to that. And also, every time I perform a dance flamenco, it doesn't matter where it is. It's such a beautiful experience, a spiritual experience for me.
yes.
Yeah, it is.
I love
Yeah,
it. I love
yeah,
that. And I think some of that goes back to, your roots and everything, and just, growing up with, dance being like you said, a spiritual experience. You feel like you are dancing with the universe, and just, like everything, like the moon, the stars, everything, just kind of, you take that energy in when you're performing. And
yes.
I
I
think that's,
think art in general is a spiritual experience, is superior to anything, right?
yeah,
Uh, it's our way to connect with the divine in a way. Um, so so all of it, dancing, acting, painting. I don't paint, but I have friends who are painters, and my husband paints, and it's just a way to connect with what's not earthly, right? With what's above, and transmit messages and
yeah,
receive messages. That's the way I
yeah,
see it. And dancing, it's so good for you, for your health, for your brain, for your body. It's like, it's about the best thing you can do to remain, your brain working
yeah,
uh, different ways, because you have to use parts of your brains, or your brain in different ways that you don't use it regularly, right? It's such a
yeah.
challenge, but it's an enjoyable challenge. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love watching your videos and your pictures of your dance. We need to have somebody videoing you doing some of your dancing this weekend. Like, get Derek or someone to put that up for us to watch on Instagram, because You are on Instagram, so people can find her there under Carolina Composer, like your composer. Campos R on the end.
Are because in Latin America we have two last names.
Okay.
So my actual name is Carolina Rojas Campos.
Aha.
Rojas is my father's last name, and Campos is my mother's last name. But I decided to use Campos. My mother passed away when I was 5, so that's a way of feeling closer to her. And so I used my mother's last name first. So the R is for my second last name. I don't know if I explained it clearly.
Yes, I see that now. Okay, yeah, I love that. Love that. And what a wonderful tribute to her. That's so special.
Yes.
Um, I'm going to ask you, I think I've gone through most of these things. One other question before we get into rapid fire. Is there a dancer, anyone from, just dancing, singing, acting, whatever, that you would like to portray that has inspired you in a biopic?
Oh, absolutely. The answer is so easy for me. It's an actress, late actress called Maria Felix, Mexican actress from the Mexican Golden Age.
Oh, the
I actually have a page dedicated to her. It's a tribute on Instagram. You might like it. It's called Maria Felix Inmortal, Inmortal with an N. So that's the way it's written in Spanish. And I mirror her pictures. So she's very famous in Latin America and in Europe too, because she lived and performed there. So she has very famous pictures. And so I mirror them. Derek takes the pictures, my husband. And it's been quite successful, actually. I have about 40,000 followers there because it's because people love her so much, right? And so they appreciate such a tribute. We want to see, as an audience, I want to see a biopic, a movie about her, because her life was incredible. Her life was incredible from beginning to end. She died at 88. She was born April 8th and died at 88th on her birthday, April 8th, in her sleep. And that's just one thing about her life that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Her life was incredibly successful from beginning to end. And she was an incredible actress. She performed in 49 films. She was always the leading actress. She was asked by a producer one day while she was watching a window outside in the street. She was watching a window, a store, and this producer came and said, "You should be in movies." And from then on, she was the leading actress in every film she was. And a fantastic, in my view, she had her own style. But the best thing about her was that she was very, very strong woman, very positive. I am confident that she created her reality with her positive thoughts and the way she believed in herself. And she's inspired me so much. And
this needs to happen.
Yeah.
You need to definitely do this. Get Derek working on the script too. You guys can get it.
Well,
is that what that's your short? Was it supposed to be a little about her?
So our short was very much inspired by her style. We of course didn't mention her by name because we don't own her image rights, but it was inspired by the Mexican age, the golden age of but her style is there. You can see it in the character in Maria. Yeah, I mean, I would love that. Would be so much fun to do.
Okay, we need to get this. All right, producers, directors, start getting a screenwriter together. This needs to happen. So wonderful.
They have been trying to create something. I don't think they have found the right person. They created a bio series. I don't know if the actresses look like her. She had a very distinctive look. And so and also the image rights, there has been some controversy there. So but I am confident that they're going to put something together because she's worthy of a film. She's definitely worthy of not just a biopic. She's worthy of a Hollywood film like what they did for Frida Kahlo, like what Salma Hayek did for Frida Kahlo. I think that the audience around the world would really love to see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Love that. Selma Hayek also. She's wonderful too.
Oh, she's so funny. She's so
You two
smart.
could play. What if you played sisters in a movie together? Wouldn't that be fun?
I would love to. I would love to meet her. And when I watch her in interviews, I'm like, man, you are so funny. You are so funny and so true to herself. Um, so smart, so successful. Seems to be so positive, and I think that's why she does so great too, and such a great actress too.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
love her. I love all
Yeah.
of her work too. Well, we're gonna move into some rapid fire questions where I'm just gonna ask you a few things and just come up with whatever you can think of. We're gonna start since you are Costa Rican and you love your coffee. Are you more of a dark brew girl, or are you someone who likes milk and cream and like lattes in your coffee?
Well, I like dark roast, but I do put a bit of soy milk on my coffee, especially because my husband likes dark roast and he likes it very dark, very dark. So I need to lighten up a bit the darkness there a bit. Uh, yeah, I put a little bit of soy milk on it. He likes really strong coffee.
Okay.
Yes.
Night owl or early bird?
Night owl. Yes, I'm very active at night. I like to work out at night. I'm creative at night. I will stay up watching something at night and yeah, yeah, definitely.
Great. For salsa, as not the dance, but the food, for salsa on like your chips, spicy or mild?
Mild. And that's surprising probably because when I say to people that I don't really love spicy food, they're surprised because they think every Latin American,
Yes.
but not Costa Ricans. It's not part of our culture there to eat spicy food. So yeah, I don't like spicy food at all.
See, there you go. You're educating right there because I would think that you would like spicy, but
I
so I
like
love that.
my husband who likes Derek loves spicy food, and I always tell him I don't enjoy pain while I'm eating.
True, true.
Yeah, yeah.
What is your favorite flower?
Ooh, didn't think about this one. Let's see. My favorite flower. Huh. For some reason, what comes to mind is the Guaria Morada, which is the national flower of Costa Rica. It's so beautiful. I don't know the scientific name. We call it Guaria Morada, but it's always been mesmerizing to me how beautiful it is. And it's not only the Morada one, which is the purple one. I like all colors of it's orchid. I remember now
Orchids,
that
orchids. Yeah,
yes, orchids. Yes, I would say that one.
I love that.
They look so wild, right? And so different. It's
Yeah,
like they look so wild and so different, orchids.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Like they decided I'm gonna be a different type of flower.
That's right. There you go. You're not gonna fit in. You're born to stand out.
Hmm.
That's great. I love
Yes.
that. Like that answer. Um, waltz or tango?
Tango is so sensual and so strong. Tango. My husband and I are taking tango lessons.
Oh, cool.
Yes, and that's such a beautiful experience to be able to dance with the person you love. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Oh,
tango.
I love that. Quickest way to turn around a bad day if you're just like in a bad mood, something's just not working right. What is something quick you can do that just puts a smile on your face?
Appreciation. Think about something you're grateful for immediately, and it changes it immediately. It's impossible, right, to continue on a bad path if you're just thinking of what things are going right and what you're fortunate with, like health, breathing. There's so many things. Air, clean air, health.
Yeah.
So many. There's way so much more that is positive going on every single day.
Yes.
So appreciation for what's going on well.
Love that. If you're on a date with your husband, with Derek, would you prefer a picnic in a park on a perfect weather day or dinner on a rooftop at sunset?
I would say dinner, because I love the sunset.
I do.
I love that's my favorite time of the day is
Mhm.
sunset. the light is so different. There's something magical about it. It's such an incredible phenomenon that happens every day. But how many sunsets do we get to see in our lives, right? Unless you have a place with a view that, that you watch it every day. But it's a beautiful phenomenon that to me is just, oh, it's such a privilege to be able to see. So yeah,
I love
mhm.
it. I like an answer. I would say both, but I would go for the dinner on the rooftop with at sunset too. Very romantic, also.
Yeah, yes.
And lastly, if your personality were a color, what would you be?
Oh, I would be yellow. I would be yellow. Yeah, because it's such a happy color, and talking about the sun too. If I could choose, yeah, yellow for sure. A bright yellow.
And yellow is also lemons. And people always say, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So that's finding joy. I mean, I think of lots of good things that are yellow. That's great. Like you said, it's a very happy color.
It's a very happy, bright color.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I would think of a happy color, you know, golden, yellow, golden. Yeah, I
Love
love
that. Well, I love all of your answers. Um, I've enjoyed talking with you so much.
it.
You are just
Joanne.
so fun, and it's insightful to listen to you talk about your passion for acting and cheering on women in the arts
Mhm.
and wanting to recognize people who have done amazing things in your culture and in our history. And I just think you've really given me a joy just talking with you, just a joyful experience, just
Thank
listening
you so much.
to the things you've had to say. You're just so intelligent about things too.
Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to say. And I have to say that I admire you very much. You're a very positive person. I love your energy. I
Thank
told Derek from the moment I started seeing your posts and how excited you were about your book becoming a movie. I'm like, that's someone that just is savoring every beautiful thing in life to the fullest.
That's
And I
right.
can feel it, I can see it. So I'm very thankful that you wanted to chat with me because I learned a lot from you.
Absolutely. I think there's it's so easy to find negativity in the world, and when we can just focus on positive things and try to give people inspiration, that's what it's all about, because
Yeah.
that's infectious. It starts to spread. And when you said, your quickest way to turn around a bad day is to just take a moment for appreciation,
Mhm.
you can always find something to be grateful
Oh,
for. And
yes.
that's so important. And I love
Yeah. Yeah. It helps you in your life. People want to be around positive people. That's not why you do it, but it just, for me, for me specifically, when I am happy and positive, good things happen to me more often.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a snowball effect.
Yeah. And that right there, that I mean, that's just cheerful. That gives everyone a reason to do it right there, to come up every day, find something that you're grateful for, because the snowball effect will happen. Just more good things will come. If you think negatively, you'll find more negative energy. If
Yeah.
you're thinking positively, maybe you can attract more positive energy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what we want.
Some days are better than others, right? And some
Yeah.
lives are easier for some people to be positive than others. But it's always possible to appreciate something good in your life because there's always more good things going on than bad things, I
Yeah.
find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Carolina, for coming on today. I really appreciate it. And I hope
Thank
you have
you,
a great
Angie.
weekend.
Yes, you want to see Chewy?
Yes,
Here,
let's see
see Chewy.
Chewy.
Nice.
We've got
She
to have
wants
Chewy.
to, Chewy wants to be a part of this.
Hi, baby.
She was sleeping, so
Hi.
that's her sleepy face. I brought
Oh,
her here,
so
right?
cute.
Wants to make an appearance.
Oh my goodness. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. So, I enjoyed talking to you, Carolina, but I think I'm even happier just to talk with Chewy.
This baby girl. We love her so much.
She's so sweet. I
She is
love
very.
it. Well, thank you both for coming on.
Thank you, Andy. It was nice talking with you.
You too. Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.